The hentai body pillow, Chizuru, you know I got a Marin Remen 02 up on me, chillin' in the sauna. On my anime, we caught up 2D girls, I got a lot of. And my wife with my up in my bed, she's saying, hey, where'd the beat go?
Hey, what's up guys, it's Blue Gaming, and we're doing the Season 6 part. I'm going to be including the Dark Hero arc, because that Flash Negative Vigilante arc, because it could, like, Season 7 is probably going to come out, like, 2024, so, like, I'll give you it now, so, like, I don't have to wait, like, a year to give it to you. I'm not going to be, like, weird, just, like, yeah, like, Fortnite Battle Pass, like, yeah. Plus, like, it's, like, all the content we have left. I don't want to just be, like, one arc there, so, yeah. Let's grab and share and let's go. So far, we just beat overall. I mean, no, actually, we just left the for everyone's agencies. We all went to the foot of a mountain, and we're gonna be evacuating residents. I see Connor over there, and we're like, yay, homie, what's up, man? So anyways, we go down the mountain, and I was a part of the Gunga Mountain Villa raid. And Kaminari mentioned he was nervous, and he was a part of it too. And Midnight suggested think of protecting the people that mattered to him most. And for a brief second, I see Class 1A, my family, Kontororu, and Kendo. A person with electricity quirk. A person uses an electricity quirk, and Kaminari jumps in and absorbs electricity. So I jump next to him, I say, let me help out. And we do the same pose with like gun fingers, like, you know, like how you're like with like your point finger at the top and like your thumb at the back. You point them up into the air, like G's. If that isn't scripted enough, like look it up. Like just look up like the clip. I'm not sure if they have it, but like, yeah. Anyways, I might be able to. Anyways, and we use both of our arms to fist bump, and we use our other arms to fist bump each other. We keep ready, and Fat Gun escorts us back to the rear view. Eventually, we hear from Midnight, and she entrusts Yajirozu to make a plan for us and stop Gigantomachia. Yajirozu tells Jiro and Shoji to find how long it takes for him to come. So me, use my starter to find what way he'll take to get us. I mean, to get to us. Yajirozu makes sedatives, whatever, to throw at Giganto to knock him out. So we make traps for him to get stuck in, and he falls into it. We then put Sero's tape and Shiozaki's vines on his neck, and Konohara makes change from his blood, and I reveal a new move. Thundering Black Whip, which is Black Flip infused with Electroburn. And I put it on Giganto. We break through all of them, but since he's stuck under Monetta's sticky balls, pause. And Vine, and since he's under Monetta's sticky balls, whoa, pause. And the vines were under his chin were under where his chin would fall. Kendo, Sato, and Shishido pull the ropes that were on Giganto with their quirks to get him to open his mouth so they can throw sedatives in his mouth. And some others try to fight the villains on Giganto. Jiro tries to fight Davi with her amplifier jacks, but he shoots fire at amplifier jacks. Shoji and Ojiro throw Kaminari's sharpshooting disc, and Yanagi, I just lost where I was in the script. It went back out of nowhere. I'll get your blood. I'm kind of like reading it as I'm in the video. Yeah, you know. So Yanagi launches Kaminari up with her quirk. Before he can use electricity, Mr. Compress uses marbles to hit him with the breeze. But I have a sharp pain in my head right before the breeze is there. But I remember when I said like I thought of a move I can try? It's called Shock Cowling. It's a mix of Shock Cloak and Full Cowling. It gives the combined effects of both moves, which is why I call it Shock Cowling instead of Shock Cloak or Full Cowling. I use 10% shock cowling, which is as strong as 20% full cowling, and a 20% full cowling, and 20% shock cloak. And I use St. Louis Smash. Let me see. Let me check St. Louis Smash again, just to be sure that was what I'm talking about. Yep, I use St. Louis Smash. I use St. Louis Smash to destroy the debris and catch Kaminari. They finally get Giganto's mouth open, and they go to throw sedatives in his mouth, but he blows them all away, and us away. Before they block us away, Dobby uses his flame, but I use Texas Smash to blow the fire away. Giganto breaks through the trap and gets up, but Mountain Ladies hold on to Giganto, gets him to open his mouth. Ashido jumps and throws a sedative at him. For some reason, loses her grip. Giganto shakes off Mountain Lady, and Giganto almost crushes Ashido, but Kirishima gets her out of the way and throws his sedative at Giganto, but Toga breaks it. But Kirishima climbs up Giganto and throws Ashido's sedative at his mouth, at Giganto's mouth. And looking at his might miss, still with 10% shock cowling, I use float. I jump and I use float very fast, like I'm flying to Giganto's mouth. Grab the sedative, do a front flip, throwing the sedative in Giganto's mouth while saying alley-oop. As me and Midoriya had training with the float quirk before with Soraka. Eventually we're outmatched and Giganto gets away. I told the group that I'm going to follow Shigaraki. I'm going to follow Giganto because Shigaraki's the leader. So if Shigaraki's awake, then Giganto will go to him or something like that. And Konohamaru adapts to Kirishima, then comes with me. And with there, I fall unconscious, to which Konohamaru catches me. And I find myself in the world of One for All, and I see Shigaraki and All for One. The 7th and 1st users of One for All appear, and I see Midoriya, but I can't talk or move my body. Shigaraki and All for One try to steal One for All, but the 7th and the 1st fight back with All for One saying it was a mistake to give us One for All, while the 1st defends us. And I see Midoriya lunge out at All for One. With all my strength, I lunged out at him too, and I got back to my real body. While I was in the One for All world, Konohamaru followed Giganto while carrying me, and Best Genius's plane passed by, so Konohamaru made a signal for Best Genius to pick him up, and he explained that he was on the way to the battlefield. I wake up in the plane, and we're close to the battlefield. Eventually we get there, and Konohamaru, Best Genius, and I jump out of the plane, and Best Genius captures Giganto. But then I hear power! Power! I turn around, I see Goku! Ultra Instinct! I'm kidding. I turn around, I see Mirio. I see Togata fade to the ground and start helping. I smile realizing he's back in action. Togata asks for backup, and after helping Bakugo starts falling, and while he's falling, he reveals his hero name. Great Explosion, Murder, God, Dynamite. You know, not the best name. Like, imagine a kid saying, hey, Dad. Like, a dad asking, what do you want to be like, son? And he says, I want to be just like Great Murder, God. I want to be just like Great Explosion, Murder, God, Dynamite. Like, that'd be so stupid. Like, I can only imagine the dad's reaction, bro.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man.
Honey, we messed up. Is it too late? Is it too late? So I catch him and put him down. Togata thinks his name is funny and says Night Eye's motto, and I have a flashback of Night Eye in the hospital bed. Doggy starts burning Todoroki, and Midoriya goes to save him, but I tell Konohamaru to stop him because he's not in condition to fight. I use Black Flip, and I get Dabi off of Todoroki. Todoroki and Dabi keep fighting, and Dabi overpowers Todoroki. And I catch him as he falls. Shigaraki wakes up, and Midoriya tries to stop him. I say, Midoriya, you're in critical condition. Back up. We got this. I promise. Oh, by the way, my character sounds like Nate wants to battle. Because, like, all the songs in the school festival thing are Nate wants to battle songs. Like, all my character songs like Nate wants to battle songs. So might as well say that my character sounds like Nate wants to battle because, like, I don't know why I just thought of Nate wants to battle. What even made me think of Nate wants to battle? I don't know. Anyway, I use Black Whip and I put Midoriya down. Rather than put Midoriya back on the ground, Shigaraki uses radio waves that knocks me onto the ground. I got put in the hospital. I got put in the hospital as I fell and didn't wake up for a while. I opened my eyes and I'm back in the world of One for All. We're told that we both used the Forbes quirk, as I used it when the breeze came, and Midoriya used it when Bakugo was hurt. We learned that the drawbacks of One for All don't affect people with no quirk, but if you have a quirk, and you have All for One, the multiple quirks eat at your lifespan. My heart drops as I realize I could die early, but I say, no longer muffled, I'll do the best I can to fit all the hero work I would do in a lifetime and however much I have left. We also learned that Midoriya might be the last leader of One for All. The seventh after we had the resolve to kill Shigaraki, and me and Midoriya look at each other and nod. And Midoriya says, One for All is meant to save lives, not kill. And I say, but if we can. Me and Midoriya both briefly turn into children, as we said, we'll save him. Yippee. Yippee. The first starts talking, and the second and third one talking with the second and third and gets them to help us use One for All to full capacity. I wake up and a day later, Midoriya resigns from UA, and it took it the hardest because I already had to deal with it when Konohamaru left and when my sister left, and I kept thinking, what could I have done to make him stay? Was it my fault? I knew with Konohamaru, and I asked him to talk to Midoriya and get him to come back, and he said the next time we'll see him, he sees him, he'll do what he can. You know, most of the Dark Hero arc is going to be like just Konohamaru, so like, yeah, Konohamaru pulls up and says, I'll tell the viewers what happened next. And basically, like, all the other lines with no name are Konohamaru until I say otherwise. So, like, yeah. Midoriya was spotted fighting Muscular. So, me, Mia, Azuna's sister. Yeah, Mia's the name of Azuna's sister, yeah. And Deathstrike go to talk to Midoriya. And we see him make a black rope to throw Muscular. And with Muscular's back up, I jumped and I made a giant blood hammer. And since I mastered my quirk, I made it without even having to cut myself. And the blood just came to my body automatically. I did a spin and I threw it at him. Midoriya then punches Muscular once. After that, it was over. Midoriya went to the police station. And I made blood, and I used blood to make stuff I can swing with, kind of like Spider-Man's webs. And gave Mia and Deathstrike swing gadgets. We keep following Midoriya until we see him talking to All Might. I tell him that Azuna already told me about the letter, and Mia and the rest want to help, because Azuna wanted me to look after him. He agrees, and we stay. He agrees, and we go with him, and we save a person from being attacked. We look over around the city, and a bullet breaks all of our communication devices. And Deathstrike says, you want to play the marksman game, huh? I say, now's not the time. We gotta go, just for now. I swing away, and I bring Mia and Deathstrike with me. Bullets keep getting shot at Midoriya. So I use a move called Blood Shield to block all the bullets and cover Midoriya. And Deathstrike used a move called Bullet Block by using his sword and slicing the bullets in half. I go back to cover Midoriya. I go back to swinging, and Midoriya makes a smoke fume, so I keep swinging as fast as I can. We sit up at a building, and we prepare for a team move. But first, let me tell you about Mia's quirk, Electrofuse. She can fuse anything with electricity. So Deathstroke gets his AR, and I make a tracking bullet and a controller for it. Mia infuses it with lightning, and Deathstroke shoots it. I track it to the person who shot it, named Lady Lagance, who triggers to harden her hair into any bullet she wants and shoot it out of her elbow, or turn into a rifle when she bends it, just gun barrel. A minute later, we see a big explosion, definitely not from our bullet, and we rush there. We get there, and we see her trial with Midoriya. With Midoriya, All Might, Hawks, and Endeavor there. I call Azuma to tell him what happened. He clenched his teeth at how bad All For One's actions were. He asked where the location is, and I say I can't tell you, because it'll cause problems with the rest of the class. And they see you leave too as a wielder of One For All. He said that he'll bring the rest of the class, but he needs the location of where Midoriya is and updates every time he goes somewhere else. We go to a hideout that Nagant tipped us to, where All For One congratulates Midoriya for beating Lady Nagant holographically. But it says now it's your turn, and the hideout explodes. Midoriya beats another assassin, and we back to All Might, and Midoriya tells All Might that he doesn't need All Might following him. And I yell, what's gone into you? Before this, you'd never say that, especially to your mentor. He would ignore me and jump away, rejecting the food All Might gave to him. And I told him that he'd get some sense knocked into him from his friends too. I follow him, and I text Azuma the location. I talk to Deathstroke and Mia, and I tell him to stop criminals on the street without me, because that's something I need to do. Azuma, okay, I'm back. And from now on, whatever text without a name, you get the drill. Whatever text without a name is going to be me. We try to figure out where Midoriya is. I told him that I sent Konoha to watch over and give us updates on his location. And that Konoha will help us get him back. We go to Principal Netsu and he gives us permission to go get him. We also learned about the new security system they installed. We get there and Bakugo beats the villain that Midoriya couldn't beat due to being tired from fighting villains non-stop. Asked Toby from Konoha. Midoriya says he's fine and Bakugo tells him to smile if he is. But he says to get everyone to smile, he needs to keep going, so he tells him to get out of his way. And Bakugo says, make us. And Ida tells him we're going to have to fight him to stop him. Midoriya uses smoke green, but I use his visor to bring him to me with Black One and say, you're stuck with him, stop running away. I have the burden of One For All too. He breaks through it and jumps away, but Konoha puts chains of blood on him and says, remember the USJ attack? We experienced that at the class and we're better because of it. Midoriya breaks through the chains and birds go to him from Koda and try to stop him, but he uses Black Whip to get away, which Zero intercepts by taping it. Jiro uses a heartbeat wall and needs to jump away, and Jiro explains how much he helped her with notes during the school festival, which inspired everyone else to share experience about how he helped them. Ojiro catches with him with his tail and shares how Deku beat Shinzo on his account and was sad to see him like this. Tokuyami restrains Midoriya from Dark Shadow, and Sato catches Jiro and Ojiro, and Sato says that if Midoriya keeps going, he won't give him food dye for Aries candied apples. You know, remember those? From the end of the school festival, you know. Yaoyorozu restrains him with the machine that Midoriya breaks free from, and Kaminari grabs on them to get him to listen to everyone. It said that he considers Midoriya as a friend, even though they're very different. Shoji further restrains him with tape the Yaoyorozu put on his arms and mentions that during the training camp, Midoriya admits that with everyone together, they could be All Might. Tokuyami uses a move that Midoriya thought of, showing how he helped him. He broke through it and blasted away, but slammed right into Todoroki's heaven-piercing ice wall. Asui comes to that it's okay to cry, as Todoroki and Asui can both see it in his eyes. He breaks free and Mineta catches him with Mineta Beast tenfold, and says he likes the old him better. He breaks free and jumps with 45% One For All, Fajin, and Black Whip. It goes very far away. So I get ready by turning on 20% shock cowling, which is the strength of 40% full cowling and 40% shock clip. Yeah, I forgot my own move. And Fajin, without training One For All too, and Black Whip. Archido puts me and Ida in Acid Man, and Araka uses Araka uses zero gravity. Todoroki and Bakugo boost us, and Konoha makes boosters. Bakugo launches us at him. My costume starts tearing as I go flying, and eventually have diagonal line ripped through it. I use Black Whip and I throw Ida at him, and I boost by using New Hampshire Smash, and I float to curve and grab Midoriya's hand and say, remember all the times we had a school festival? We were up there together as a class. Remember when Aries smiled for the first time? We did that together as a class. And remember the raid on the League of Villains? We did that together. To save Bakugo. Remember, and me and Ida both say, and I say, remember the day we fought Stain? Me and Ida both say that meddling when you don't need to is the true essence of a hero. Uraka turns off zero gravity and Kirishima catches us and talks about when he saw Midoriya on the news rushing to save a friend, which is what they're trying to do. Like when Midoriya saved Bakugo. Yeah, that time. At the start of the show. You know. Yeah, remember that? Midoriya passes up from exhaustion and we bring him to UA. We hear refugees screaming, don't let the boy in! We get inside, I take the mic and float into the air and yell, hey! Hey!
Bruh.
Okay, see, I have no Riz. The boy you're talking about is a part of our class. You're gonna have to deal with that. I have the quirk of one for all. I had the quirk one for all once. All for one once too. So stop complaining about him. The entire class is gonna bear the burden with him, whether you like it or not. I give the mic back and everyone goes silent. They go back to class 1A. Best Genius gives his speech by saying that they tried to use him as bait, but it didn't work. But he's very important to the mission, even though he's the villain's target. And to leave him tired would cause more life being lost. Uraka takes the mic and uses zero gravity to get to the top of UA, and gives a speech begging them to let Midoriya stay, and that he left the school because he didn't want to cause problems. It starts siding with us, and they ask him if Midoriya stays here that he can fix everything. But she said that he can with all his friends by his side. Me and every other boy in class, maybe like a few hours, like a few hours later, me and every other boy in class when they help clean up Midoriya and we go back to our dorms. We start talking and people start asking questions about One For All, but Todoroki appears and says that Midoriya is tired and he doesn't let him get him to rest. So they ask me, and Ojiro asks how One For All feels, and I say it feels like a rush of energy through wherever I use it. Midoriya says he can't sleep because he didn't apologize to All Might and brushed All Might off. When All Might comes in, and Midoriya apologizes, saying that from now on we'll all fight together. Oh yeah. Yeah, all together, yeah. We'll fight all together. We'll fight all together. Yeah. Todoroki says that the evacuees might not trust him because he's the son of Endeavor and the brother of Dabi. But Jiro says we can win their hearts like we did during the school festival. Okay. So next day I wake up from a nightmare and I yell, Detroit! Oh, it was a nightmare. I get on my dorm and I see Midoriya with Black Wolf out. And my Midoriya told him to turn him off. And then when Todoroki mentioned that he heard me scream Detroit from his room. But then I see an unexpected visitor, Kontororu. They said that after he helped in the war and helped get Midoriya back, they lifted his ban so he can come anytime he wants. But he can't enroll in the school. I dap him up and I hug him. He daps with Kirishima and we all laugh together as a class once again. By the way, I'm gonna have the real school festival link in the description because it didn't work last time. Because I put in like one wrong character. It looked like an O, but it looked like a 0, but it was actually an O. So like monkeys. Bye.